What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Joseph, aka Jay with the Grits, and you already know I'm here with my man Leon. What's going on, Leon?
What's good, man? How you feeling?
Man, I'm feeling pretty good, except for my Lakers kind of let me down today, and we definitely wanted to get in touch with the Lakers, let everybody know how we felt about the Laker game today, and also the Bucks. The Bucks in Miami game.
Right.
So we're just giving another dose of Grits on the go. Part of the Morning Grits podcast. And what's up with the Bucks, Leon? I mean, we talked about the Bucks a few times, especially with our playoff predictions that we have. I thought the Heat would win the series, but I definitely didn't think that they would be down 3-0. I thought that it would be more of a closer series than what it is right now. Because at the looks of it, it looks like the Heat are about to get swept. Like, what's good with the Bucks, Leon?
Man, I just want to say, get your brooms out and ready.
Right?
I mean, today's game was a game where you saw the Milwaukee Bucks kind of like they just don't have it. They're getting beat in every aspect of the game. And I mean, mind you that they didn't play bad games. Middleton had 18 points. Giannis had 21. Lopez had 22. Bledsoe had 8, which he's non-existent in a playoffs period. Hill had 13. Those are decent numbers. Those are not bad numbers. Now, they're bad numbers for Giannis because Giannis, he had 2 blocks, 1 steal.
Giannis almost had a triple-double.
He almost had a triple-double. He had a monster
16
game.
rebounds? Yeah.
But he tweaked his ankle earlier in the game, and he wasn't the same. His movements were limited. He was grimacing every time he'd make a move to the bucket. You know what I'm saying? And one time you could tell he was, like, laboring. So, I was impressed, and it's nothing to take away from Milwaukee. Like I said, I just think that they're a piece or a superstar away from being a contender. But shouts out to Miami, man. Miami is outplaying them. They're being more physical. They want it more. They're doing so many different things better than Milwaukee. Milwaukee doesn't have a chance. I mean, they're imposing their will, and I was like, "Yep, it's a wrap. It's a wrap."
It's crazy.
Giannis might not play,
bro. It's crazy. Like you're literally watching the Milwaukee Bucks implode. Like when they had the most wins this year. They were the best defensive team. They were the best offensive team in the regular season. And then now when it comes to the bubble, it's almost like they can't even show up to play. And you're watching the Miami Heat literally rip the heart out of their chest, watch it pump in their palms, bro, and they're about to take a bite for the sweep.
Right. Man, bro.
It's crazy.
Get your broom, like I said, get your brooms out. Shouts out to the Miami organization. Them boys are playing. They want it. They're just a great team. And I'm I didn't expect this. I don't think anybody expected this. But Jimmy Butler really has raised his level game. I respect him a lot more. His tenacity. I mean, he's just tenacious, bro. Like he's a savage on the court, and you can tell.
Does this bring? Because I mean, everybody was kind of tripping on Jimmy wanting to get out of Philly, and Jimmy was just saying that these cats didn't have heart out there in Philly. You know what I mean? Like they weren't really there to play basketball. So he wants to trade, and he goes to a different team in Miami. By Jimmy Butler doing and being the leader on this team, right? And you've always kind of said that like Jimmy Butler is kind of like second tier, like he's not like the elite, like that top tier of player, right? Does this kind of put Jimmy in that upper echelon with the LeBron? Does he put him up there with the KD, the Kyrie, who could be the leader of the team, like that number one option guy?
Well, sure, absolutely. From what I've seen, I'm not. I'll admit when I'm wrong. I stand corrected because I did not know that Jimmy, had all this in him. He just needed a team to that had heart, and he got that team in Miami,
Right.
and them guys are playing. They're
Man.
trusting each other. They're moving the ball. They're
Yeah.
hungry. I mean, his energy is definitely infectious. The whole team is playing the same way.
Right.
So I'm very impressed with Miami. I'm Jimmy. I got to put him up there. He's definitely a superstar,
Yeah.
and it shows.
They call him Jimmy Buckets for a reason. Jimmy Buckets was definitely getting buckets tonight. I mean, he had 30
Man,
points. He did have 6 assists, 7 rebounds. So, he does bring an all around game. Hey, but to back it up, Bam Adebayo, he was an all
yeah.
star. He was out there doing his thing today. He had 20 points, 16 rebounds. So like you
Whew,
said,
monster.
Miami's got a complete team. They
Yeah,
shoot
they
the
did.
ball well from three. They can get to the basket. They can post up game. They can run the floor.
Mm-hmm.
There's really no limitations to the team. The rotation is deep. So they got guys coming 8-9 off the bench just ready to play. They can plug and play. And there's not a lot of teams in the playoffs right now that can actually do that.
Right.
And so that's why they are effective. That's why they are
Yeah,
effective.
absolutely. They definitely look like they're ready to come out the East, but we'll see. You know what I'm
And
saying?
your
Like I
boy
said, it's
Giannis
gonna
is
be tough.
soft, man. Your boy Giannis is soft. And because Richard Jefferson even called him out the other day too. He said Giannis is the Pippen. Giannis needs a Jordan. And you've been calling for more people to be around Giannis. But how do you feel
Mhm.
about what Richard Jefferson said, that Giannis is actually the Pippen and he needs a Jordan?
I don't necessarily agree with that
Okay.
statement. I think it was a little out of context.
Okay.
Only because look at what you could have said the same thing about AD with the
Okay.
Pelicans. You could have said the same thing about LeBron with Cleveland in his early years. You know, and then he went on. I guess Wade, when it was so funny because when LeBron went to Miami, Jefferson said, "Oh, well, Wade was a Michael Jordan and LeBron was Pippen." I was like,
Okay.
"What?
Okay.
That don't make sense."
Right. Right.
No matter what the team LeBron goes on, he's the best player, and the only reason why Miami won those championships. Of course, D Wade was a pivotal piece, but if it wasn't for LeBron, it would have been something totally different. So I wouldn't say that. I think he just needs another dog.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because think about the successful teams in the NBA in this era. It's two superstars. You know,
Yes. If
you
not
got
three.
you if not three. Miami is
If
the
not.
exception because they're playing great basketball. Toronto's an exception. But if you look at any successful team, the Boston Celtics, if you look at the Raptors, you look at Houston, you look at the Clippers, you look at Denver, you also can throw in Utah. You have superstar caliber type players, but TJ McCullough, you look at Portland. So I just think that Middleton is a good piece, but to me, Middleton is a third option. And I think that they're in dire need of a wing player and a very athletic wing player. I think that Iguodala would have been a great fit for them. They probably should have been after him because he was out there. And then they just don't have enough scoring. When Giannis have bad games, and this wasn't really a bad game, but for him,
Right.
it's subpar because his points, he's only had 21 points. But hats off to Jimmy. Jimmy's like, let me get this boy. I got him. I want him.
Right.
And he's on him. They're making him make shoot. They're making him shoot.
They're making it hard. Yeah, they're making it very hard.
Making it hard for him to get in there. They're bumping him. And that's what happened in the playoffs. The game slows down. When you in the playoffs, teams can hone in on you because you're gonna see those teams at least 4 games, at least, and they can hone in on your specialty, what you like to do. And if they neutralize Giannis, who gonna step up? So Giannis, I mean, you're a great season player, but you've been ousted.
Yeah.
You get ready to be by Miami. And don't be surprised you heard here on the Morning Grid said Giannis going to request a trade.
That's what I was going to hit you then. Because, I mean, if we're talking about all this right now, and then after they get swept, it's almost like Giannis ain't going to even be there no more. The way that you're talking.
No, he's not. There's no reason you're going to waste your career in Milwaukee. When you can go to a team, with a superstar, you can go to Golden State. You can go to there's so many teams that's going to be trying to get you.
Right.
So don't be surprised when Giannis say I'm declaring for free agency and he's leaving Milwaukee. I'm saying it now. He's definitely going to leave Milwaukee. Because
Wow.
Milwaukee had so much time to put pieces around him. Don't get me wrong, he's a great player and he's not a Pippen. Pippen don't have 2 MVPs, back-to-back MVPs. Pippen don't have Defensive Player of the Year. You know what I'm saying? Giannis does. Giannis is a top 10.
That's a toss up. And even somebody like Jimmy Buckets came out and said Giannis is the best help defender in the league. So he even challenged his one-on-one D. And there was a point late in the game where the game was pretty close, and Jimmy Butler had a chance to take Giannis off the dribble, which he did, took him right to the cup and let everybody know that Giannis was too soft. When Giannis is a lot quicker, a lot longer than Jimmy Butler, and he still couldn't even contain Butler. So I think a lot of what's happening right now to Milwaukee is I think that like Miami is in the head of Giannis, to where I feel like Giannis, he's not ready yet. To where I think he is a Jordan. I don't think he's a Pippen type player. I think he is a number 1 option. There are some levels to his game that still need to be developed, but he has developed in the short time that he's been in the league. Like you mentioned, he's already been MVP. He's already been Defensive Player of the Year. He might win MVP again this year. So there's no telling, but his ceiling is very, very high. In Milwaukee, I think that he does have a chance to win. They have some pieces. Wesley Matthews today, he went 2 for 3 from the field. He only has 6 points. I don't know what happened, why they didn't give him the ball. It looked like he was coming out ready to play, but it's the whole dynamic of the culture of the team, which I feel if they do get swept, like you said, you broke the news here. If they do get swept, I think it's a factor. That's the major factor to Giannis wanting to be gone.
Right. Absolutely. I feel for him, but at the same time, it's NBA. You know what I'm saying? Nobody ever thought that the Heat would be up 3-0 with the Milwaukee Bucks. But like I said, playoffs is, and like I've been saying that on the podcast, even first season, playoff is a different monster. It's a different beast.
It is.
Different beast. So
it's a different monster.
I don't think Milwaukee get a game. They're gonna get swept.
Yeah.
It's your boy Joseph, aka Jay with the Grits, and you already know I'm here with my man Leon.
That's good.
We just want to thank everybody for tuning in to the Morning Grits podcast. Hey Leon, tell everybody what to do.
So what you need to do is you need to hit that subscribe button. And also hit that bell notification that you don't miss no notifications of any new videos. We got a lot of videos coming, a lot of great things coming, and we want to make sure that you get every bit of it. So if you do that for us, we appreciate it.
Tune in to Morning Grits on all podcast platforms, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, we're everywhere. And let me know, are you with the Grits?